In early 2020, a lot of us yoga teachers set out to teach free Zoom yoga classes to our community because we knew that the world needed it. We had this sense that we had something that we could share with others during this stressful time. But that wasn't sustainable. We couldn't continue to teach and give our time away for free for the long term. However, I'm still teaching a free Zoom yoga class, but my strategy is different. It's very different. It's not simply, I want to give everything away for free. Not at all. It's different. And I'm actually sharing with you the strategy, the purpose, the reason, and how-to behind this free yoga class in an upcoming webinar on June 27th. So if it is before June 27th, make sure you register down below for the webinar. If it's after June 27th, I will make sure to post a updated link so that you can watch the recording. But in today's video, I'm actually sharing with you the step-by-step technical process of setting up that free yoga class or a donation-based yoga class that can help you grow your yoga business. So again, this is a strategy beyond simply offering classes for free. What this free yoga class does is build your email list, making it available for you to then market and advertise your next offerings. This is not the be-all end-all. This is just the bridge to the next thing. This free yoga class also builds know, like, and trust. It builds your community, and there's a lot of other benefits too to offering a class to your community for free. But it's not technically free. They still have to pay by signing up with their email address. And so that's what I'm going through today. Let's go through the technicalities of setting up this class that you want to offer. You can do it weekly, it can be daily, whatever you want, let's set it up. So there's a few steps to the process. The first step is to decide on the class that you are willing to teach to your community for free and one that you absolutely love. So for me, it was a morning 30-minute practice. I don't recommend anything over 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a great time frame. So you have to choose, what's the class that I want to teach? Is it a 30-minute vinyasa class? Is it a 30-minute morning class, evening flow? What is it that you feel like maybe you couldn't live without? And another question to ask yourself is, would you still teach this if nobody showed up? That's the real kicker question is, would you still teach this class if nobody showed up? Would you still record yourself? Would you still do the practice? And if your answer is no, don't pick that class. You have to have a personal love for this practice, whatever it is, for the style that you're teaching, so that you would do it even if nobody showed up a week later, a month later, or even many months later. For me, it's been morning movement and meditation because it's something I've been doing for 10 years on my own. So now I'm simply inviting my friends. Okay, so choosing that class, choosing the time of day you can stay most consistent, and then we got to dive in to the computer to set it up to make it easy for people to register. If you don't already have a Zoom account, make sure that you go and purchase a Zoom account. It's $15 a month. Yes, there's an expense to this. Remember, this is to grow your business. It's not simply to offer free yoga. So you will be getting money back. You will be investing in softwares, investing in systems so that you can see a return on that investment. So it's not simply, I'm going to pay money to offer free things to people. You are paying to then grow your business because that's essentially what this is going to do. So Zoom. And the other expenses you may need is a little bit of equipment, although your phone is just fine, and a software to make it easy for people to register. So if you don't have a registration software, a scheduling and booking software, highly recommended. The reason for that is we don't want to simply say, here's a Zoom link, anyone join me. Or, hey, let me know your email address if you want to join and I'll get you on the list. That is such a manual process. And that whole email back and forth and having you on your computer all the time, we want to eliminate that. We want to make it super easy. And a good scheduling and booking software should not cost you more than $30 a month. So your total investment in this for softwares is going to be about $45 per month. Now you can set this up as a pay what you can or a donation-based class, so people do pay you. And ultimately, you can get $45 a month from payments. I'm currently making between $200 and $300 a month with my daily Zoom yoga class, and I have it set that the donation is just a buy me a coffee tip, and no one's expected to pay. I even say that very obviously. There's no expectation, no obligation. However, if you want to leave a tip, you can. Whereas for you, it could be a free class with a suggested donation of $10 or $5 or whatever you want to do for that. And that makes it more enticing for people to say, okay, yeah, I could give you $5. So whether it's the wording that you use, so whether you want it to be free, or just pay with your email address, pay by giving a tip, or suggested amount, that's up to you. So you can make more based on the wording that you provide. So I use a software called Offering Tree, and in that software, I set up the details. So that's step number 2 after deciding on the class, making sure you have Zoom, and scheduling a booking software, which I'll go into in a little bit. Step 2 is to think of the details of the class. So it's going to be 30 minutes. The title of the class is going to be what? Mine's morning movement and meditation. If you're getting super specific, you would also say on Zoom, because the words online yoga mean a lot of things. So we want to be as specific as possible. The more clear you are, leaves less confusion. And our goal with having people sign up is to not be confused. So we want them to know exactly step by step how to get on and how to join, and also what to expect. So morning movement and meditation on Zoom, or maybe it's 30-minute morning movement and meditation on Zoom, free or suggested donation. So whatever you want to title it. On my website, I currently just have morning movement and meditation, and then the description gives a little bit more. And I'm going to list up my description, the confirmation email text, and the reminder email text, that you can use this copy, this text, if you want to. I mean, you'll have to change it according to you, but here is a great template for you to use if you want to do this yourself. And I also want to give you permission to completely copy this. This is not something that I've trademarked or patented. This is not something I don't want to share. This is something I want everybody to be doing. So if we could have hundreds or thousands of morning movement and meditation teachers out there doing 6 a.m. 30-minute Zoom class, please be the next person to do that. Be the next person to provide that to your community, to your audience, because we so need it. And I believe that there's more than enough for everybody. So I just want to continue to give permission and grant you the ability to copy what I'm doing. The description of the class, I'm going to go to it on my computer here. I used to have just a simple couple lines, but actually you'd want a little bit more. First, the description of the class. It's going to be what to expect, how long is it, the duration, what it includes, what time of day, and the time zone's really important. Do not forget the time zone at all costs. Time zone, Pacific time zone for me, for you it could be different. So description, I'm going to put it up right here now. Okay, it's a 30-minute Zoom practice that includes movement, yoga, and meditation to get your day started in a positive and uplifting way. This live streaming class takes place every weekday at 6 a.m. Pacific time. Instructions for joining will be in the confirmation email. All levels are welcome. That's the basics. And then we get into a little more specifics with payment. This is a free or pay what you want class. No payment is expected or required. However, if you do want to leave me a tip or buy me a coffee, you can do so with a credit card when you register, or find me on Venmo at Ashes Yoga, or my PayPal link is paypal.me/AshleyHagen. I put those up as well, the PayPal and Venmo links, because I've gotten people asking what my Venmo is, what my PayPal is. So it's good to have those in as many places as you can, including the confirmation emails, in the description, and wherever they can be. So you do not want to pass on the ability for someone to want to pay you. So make it easy. Make it easy to register. Make it easy for people to pay you, even if it's optional. And then I have that replays are not included with my daily Zoom class. You can find the entire library of replays for $25 a month for 1 month access in the virtual library, that's hyperlinked, or by becoming a member, also hyperlinked, for $25 a month. So although this is a free class, you actually have to pay to access the recordings. So I do record this class. actually separately from Zoom, but it could be Zoom recordings too. It doesn't matter. If people wanted the recordings, if they wanted to support you, they could pay that $25, or for you it might be $50. You can choose whatever price you'd like. I have a couple members currently, and I don't promote that heavily, but I let people know if they do want the replays, it's with the membership, or you can have 1 month access, and there are hundreds of replays. And then I also list a couple bonus links. This is actually taken from the confirmation email. I've got a video linked for chair yoga options, and this is a separate video I made that's not a yoga class, but it's me explaining the options if you needed a chair for accessibility. I used to teach this class and mention how to use a chair in every single class, and then I thought, you know what? This is a video Zoom class. I should be able to provide a video to those needing those chair options so I don't always have to repeat myself. So put that there. I also have a guide that I've created that I put in the description. And then I also have these affirmation cards that I love, or whatever my favorite thing to use for the themes would be, I would link them there. So that's the description, and it's a lot of that information is going to be repeated in the confirmation email. Repetition is a good thing. My class pretty much stays the same day to day. People love it. Repetition is a good thing. It's how you can track progress, and also you can assume a lot of people are not reading every single detail at every moment on your website. So then you'll also want to create a confirmation email and a reminder email. My confirmation email is what people get as soon as they register. And they get this after registering for every single class. So I have people who register for 5 classes all week, all at once. They'll get 5 of the same confirmation email, but with different Zoom links. The scheduling and booking software I use, which is Offering Tree, kicks out a Zoom link that automatically generates a new link for every single class. So that makes it easy. And I'm going to pause here to mention Offering Tree a little bit more. Just going to share with you a link I'm sharing in the description that is the introduction course that I made for Offering Tree. It is free, so you can actually watch it with or without signing up for Offering Tree. So I'm putting that link down below so that you can check it out. It's an hour-long mini course to lead you through the first steps of getting started with Offering Tree. So if you're confused or intrigued or interested in that platform, what I use, then definitely check out the intro course. The reason I love it, mainly for this class, is because you have the option for donations in each class. So every class you have the option to input whatever amount you want to pay by credit card. You can pay me $10, you can pay me $50, and I can also write price options. So I have a buy me a coffee for $5 option, join for free $0 option. I could have more if I wanted. So that's one thing I really like about Offering Tree in this way for this type of class. Now let's move to the confirmation email. Now this is a little bit longer. I'm also going to post it right here so you can see it. Morning class confirmation, parentheses, Zoom link is inside. And from there, wake up and move with Ashley every weekday morning or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And then I write, if you can't make it, if you sleep in, or if you can't make it, or if you miss class, that's okay. No need to contact me. The reason I wrote that is because I'd have people saying, how do I cancel class? Or I can't make it. And honestly, it's a free class. I don't check registrations. I don't sign people in. I even write on here, the registration process is more of a liability and safety measure rather than a required check-in. It also allows me to capture email addresses and track who is signed up. So how many times someone has signed up. I can track that. So it's a way to track my own back-end analytics. It's a safety measure for every class because you have to check the waiver box. And it's just the way that I prefer to have people sign up. It creates a gated entry. So it's not just anyone and everyone. It's people who are signing up. I get a lot less trolls or Zoom bombers this way. I think it's happened once, maybe twice in 2 years that I had to kick someone out. And that was very rare. So it's happened once or twice. And all that happened was I started the practice and then someone unmuted themselves and started saying inappropriate things, swear words and stuff. And so I'm like, all right, you're gone. Not a big deal. Let them leave, kick them out, and we continue. So it hasn't happened often, and it won't happen when I have a registration process like this. So On to the rest of the confirmation email, I have a what to expect. In the first 10 minutes, we're doing head to toe movement. Second 10 minutes, sun salutations. Third 10 minutes, seated meditation. And here I could also link the YouTube video of how I sequence my morning movement and meditation class. So that's actually a great idea. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that in there because I want to reference other things as well. So I'm always creating this web of content that people are going back to. So the reason I create YouTube videos is for reference like this. It's not yoga classes, they're all on YouTube. It's, all right, reference the chair options. Here's a YouTube video. Reference how I sequence this. Here's a YouTube video. Check out the types of cards and affirmations and where I get the most inspiration. Here's a YouTube video. So that's how I use YouTube to my benefit to help grow my business, and how this free class also grows my business in one of the ways. And then moving on from there, I could also have a step-by-step for Zoom, but I really just say required equipment, your phone, a computer, make sure you have Zoom, your camera can be on or off. So I'm giving all the details, like explaining it to someone who's never, ever, ever done this before. I could even get more specific if I wanted to. Again, you want to leave no room for confusion. So everyone's like, oh, I'm comfortable in this uncomfortable situation. I've never done a Zoom class before, or someone who's feeling that discomfort. Make sure the details are there. So that confirmation email is kind of important. Kind of meaning really important. And again, those who are joined regularly will probably just delete them. And then from there, I also do one more email reminder, which is 15 minutes before class. And this automatically kicks out because of the software. So in Offering Tree, I have it set up where you automatically get an email 15 minutes before the class starts. And the reason I chose 15 minutes is because I want this email to end up on the top of your inbox rather than lost in the shuffle of emails. So if someone signed up for a full week of classes, I don't want them to have to search for which one and which Zoom link they have to get. So that way, each morning, each day, this 15-minute reminder email kicks out. And it's just a quick paragraph. Good morning, here's your 15-minute reminder. Can't wait to see you. You'll be let in the waiting room 1 to 2 minutes before your class starts. If you slept in or didn't see this email, don't worry. Class takes place every weekday. Here's a link to register again. Easy. Short is good. It's just a quick reminder. If people want to delete those, no big deal. That's the templates. That's the setup that I use, is making sure to have a very obvious title. The description is very descriptive. Tell people what to expect. Make it easy for them to sign up with a click of a button. Clicks, pop-up comes up, input information, done. Name and email. That's the main thing you want people to input, is name and email. First name and email address at least. You want to be collecting those email addresses. With a free class, that is what's going to grow your business. A bigger email list means more people that you can then share your next offerings with. Let's say the next thing I do is a 6-week morning reset course, or I have a new membership that includes more classes than just morning classes. If I do something bigger, I can invite these people to join me. There are a lot of benefits to it. And again, I'm going to be going through the benefits in more details of how you can do this, why you can do this in the webinar on June 27th that is in partnership with Offering Tree. So I'll be with them and also talking about how a free yoga class can be used to grow your business or make you money. Not just from the donations that you're going to get from this class, but beyond that, okay? So I hope that you can join me for that webinar. If not, make sure to watch the replay. And that's the templates I use. That's how I set up. If you're interested in using Offering Tree to do this, watch through the intro course and I'll give you a little bit more details. And so if this is of interest to you, you might start setting up just by setting the details. Setting up your title, setting up the description, the confirmation email, like have those set up and ready to go so you can copy and paste. And the last thing that I might recommend too is taking some photos of you in your space. For me, I've been doing my morning movement outside, so you'll see a picture of me in this space right here. You'll see a photo or a screenshot. It's usually from a video. I'll take a screenshot on my computer, or take a picture or a screenshot on my phone, and I use those images for marketing, for inviting, for making people understand and comfortable with what they're going to see when they join. So again, make things as clear and less confusing as possible. And if you can get people to sign up within 1 or 2 clicks of a link that you give them, sign up here, ashesyoga.offeringtree.com or ashesyoga.offeringtree.com/schedule will get you to the place that you can register. Very simple. So keep it simple. Use these templates if that helped you. And I hope that this did help. If you had any good takeaways, make sure to leave a comment. If you have a free class also, I'd love to hear if this is similar to what you do or if you have a different process for collecting email addresses and using a free class to grow your business. Join the webinar June 27th, and I will talk to you again soon where we'll probably go through more marketing tips, yoga teaching tips, and all sorts of things that can help you as a yoga teacher, specifically growing a yoga business from home.